Hey guys, how's it going? Editor Taka here, coming at you with part 2 of my Anno 117 Twitch live stream that I brought over here to YouTube for you guys. If you missed part 1, the link for that is down below in the description, so you can check that part out. In this stream, we did a little bit more work with some different layouts and everything, and I started testing around trying to decide the best type of layout, either modular or make it a little more compact and rigid, and seeing what looks best both aesthetically but also trying to be a little more efficient with it. Because, I mean, we're in Rome, and Rome built some pretty efficient cities and everything. Except for Rome itself, which is an absolute nightmare of roads and crisscrosses everywhere. But the other cities they built were usually very, very structured. We had a lot of fun in this stream. We had a really good time. Some fun stories about me personally that came out that I can't believe I'm going to leave in this live stream, so you all can listen to it as well. But again, tons of great information in here. A lot of great discussions about things like commuter peers and workforce and how religion and everything is going to work on different islands, as well as something you combat-minded people might be interested in for building up your legions and your ships. If you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below and subscribe for more Anno content here on the channel. With that, I will shut up and let past me take over and start streaming. Enjoy, guys, and I will see you later. Alright, there we go. Hey guys, how's it going? What is up today? Water. Alright. Hey, Veruca. Oh my god, I'm tired. I really wanted to go lay down and take a nap, but I was like, oh no, I need to stream one more day. Do one more stream for about 2 hours. That's all I've got time for today. I was hoping to have time to stream all day today, and today yeah, it's been one of those days. It's been one of those days. I haven't gotten anything done that I really need to do today. I'm going out of town tomorrow, and I've got like 1,000 things I've got to get done before I go out of town. Hey, Cybrand, how's it going? A little under the weather, doing mining out. I can't play that game for some reason. I don't know. Something about... I mean, I love Doom. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I played for... Let's see. We streamed for, like, what? 2.5 or 3 hours yesterday? About 3 hours, I think we streamed. Then I did dinner, did a few other things, and I got on last night, and I played for like another 3 hours, like late last night. Just kind of sitting here messing around. I designed this little harbor area. Got a couple more depots. We got our trading posts, or trading piers rather, set up over here. I designed a fun little harbor area right here. The repair cranes are odd. Okay, so here's the repair crane. It comes with, you know, it's got this all the way around it. But watch this. If you go to, like, if I wanted it to be on the shoreline, look what it does. It doesn't connect. It won't connect. It connects only on the. It only connects on the ends. The corners don't connect. I was like, no, it ruins me. So, I guess if you want to do, you know, repair cranes, you gotta do something like that. Depots don't line up with them. They're one tile larger. Depots are one tile larger, so you can't, like, put a nice depot going down to it, because if you try, I mean, you can do it, like, down here. Like, I could put it, like, right here or something, and then, like, angle something in. It's, like, very awkward. I was like, okay. And, like, these are long. Actually, you can fit it like that. Ooh, hold on a second. Hold on. I just discovered something. I was like, ooh, wait. I just discovered. Let me stick you up there. Let me stick you over here for a moment. I might have a minor fix for it. Okay, so I want to go here with it. Go here with it. Oops, I don't want to do that. take out that corner. Get my trading pier back. Okay, so looks like if you drag it right to there, that's a little short. It's always these fun little things that you try to discover when you're like first playing. And oh, and if you put it on a 45, it does this. If you put it on a 45, it does this number. With the squared off edges. Yeah, I was like, well, how I feel about that. Because I was wanting to do like, you know, I wanted to angle stuff on these angles and everything, but it's not playing nicely. It's not playing nicely. No, right, I gotta move you out of the way. Come back here. Okay, so if I like... I guess I could put this thing up here. I could put him right there, actually. Oh, am I sticking out too far? Bring him in some. There we go. And then, like that. There we go. So, yeah. You could do that with it. I much prefer them being out there, though. But they don't... They just don't play nice. It was stressing me out so bad last night trying to make this work. I was getting really stressed out. I'm like, just do what I tell you to. And stop being annoying. There. Actually, that's a little bit better. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Yeah, I don't like... I guess I could live with... I don't know. Oh, it's aggravating, because I know what I want to do with it, but I can't do it. Ugh. My immersion of Viking skin for a trireme? Huh. It's not a... It's just colors. They're, those are just colors, Jamando. At least that's what it looked like to me. Speaking of which, I actually need to go... I need to put someone on later and watch someone so I can get the drops for myself, too. I need to do that. Okay, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. I feel like I need to fix this and make this not angled. Oh well, I'll deal with it later. I'm not going to deal with it right now. I'm doing pretty good, Jamando. The harbor is tiny. It's kind of tiny, but there's like, you got space up here. You've got harbor space on this side of the island. And you've got a big, long, nice, almost perfectly straight harbor over here. So you've got several good harbor areas. This is just my favorite because it's, you know, it's just tucked in there. It's just tucked in, and I love it so much. Hey, Anaholics, how's it going? Alright, so I want to do something different with my layouts, just playing around with layouts and everything. Of course, again, you know, this is where I kind of played around with a 17 by 17, seeing what I needed to, like, how big of a square I needed to fit a bunch of public service buildings in. But I'm just not feeling that, to be honest with you guys. I'm just not. I'm not loving it. So I think I want to do something different. And I think I want to come over here because I've got lots of good space over here to play and test. But it needs to be on a 90, not a 45. Let me drag me a road real quick here. That'll work. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright. Oh, hey, Fiskew. Sorry, I didn't even see you. Sorry. How are you, man? before I do that real quick, just kind of quick overview of a few things going on here. Of course, I worked on this part of the town. I put a new aqueduct in over here. As you can see, all of my numbers are really, really good. Very nice and high right now. So really happy with all of that. We've got a couple of things going on. +2 Knowledge Festival and a +300 Prestige event that happened. Technology-wise, I've gone through some of the tech tree. I've finished off almost all this harbor-related stuff over here. I'm getting the warehouse refinements. Oh, I got a skin for the villa. There's a skin for the villa in here that I didn't even see. The Villa Visitation. So it looks, it's the exact same model. It just changes the roof tiles. So this is called Shadow of Syrah, and there's the default skin. So it's just a slight texture. It's just a slight texture difference. Just a very slight texture difference. There's also skins for the houses and stuff that you can get. So to kind of tie some of that in together. Taka, could you briefly explain what you hope to be able to do with the repair crane? Oh, like put the repair crane like right next to it, or on the other side of it, and just have the key walls straight coming off of it on either side. Or if I wanted to put it up here and not have anything coming out in the water, and just have a straight line with no keys coming out into the water, I'd want to put it up here. But if I do that, then it does that, and that gives me anxiety. That's what I was trying to do with it. I mean, I could. I won't be happy about it because it's like, no. Yeah, see, I can't exactly make it look how I want. Is or will this gameplay be turned into a YouTube series? The stream from yesterday is going to be uploaded to YouTube by tomorrow. And then the stream today, where we're going to finish everything up, will be on YouTube probably like Saturday, Sunday-ish. Something like that. Something like that. Just so, the people on YouTube that aren't watching the stream over here can, see what I've done and kind of see some more gameplay. And so I can get bitched at again because I had, 1 week of early access and I got to play with a toy before somebody else did. Sorry, I shouldn't be salty, but I'm a little salty because, yeah. Anyways. I mean, my access to this ends tomorrow, and then I get to be like everybody else and, wait. So it's even worse for me because I've gotten to my hands on it, and then they're going to rip it out of my hands. I would say that's worse than having to sit, having to watch someone play and not get to play. I get to play, and then my toy gets taken away from me for 3 weeks, and I get denied. So it's even worse for me. I'm like, but I want to play. All right, I'm going to pause this real quick. We should organize a riot. I want to try playing around with Taludis's layout that he has on his channel and see if I can tweak and modify it a little bit for those of us who aren't trying to go for perfect grids and everything. Because while this isn't bad, it's a little too chaotic for me. I just don't fracking know. I don't want to do this. Oh, wait. No, go back to pause. Go back to pause. All right, hold on. One way or another, I'm going to make the 17 by 17 work. Race guide to Anno after years of holding out, and I love 1800, but 7. Honestly, same. A lot of people here that are, you know, veterans of the community and my channel will quickly tell you that, you know, after a couple of years, I got kind of tired of 1800. I still kept doing stuff with it because, you know, people wanted to watch and everything. There was stuff to do, but I kind of got tired of it. The Industrial Revolution was just never a big jam of mine, whereas anything Roman is. Roman stuff is just like, I love anything Roman. So this game was like great for me. All right. So this is the square that I'm trying to work with. Okay. Again, I'm trying to update the 10 by 10. Everybody, I keep getting asked so many times, does the 10 by 10 work? Does the 10 by 10 work? Does the 10 by 10 work? And the answer is no, the 10 by 10 doesn't work. Technically, yes, it does, but the point of the 10 by 10 is you can fit a lot of stuff within that one square. With their buildings in 117 are so much bigger. You know, the Grammaticus, the Sanctuary, the Theater. Of course, now, some buildings, again, similar to Anno 1800, you're not going to have tons of. In Anno 1800, the big building that really didn't fit nicely within the 10 by 10 was the bank. But you didn't need a lot of banks on your island, a handful at the most, so you would, you know, make a slight alteration to your layout and get the 10 by 10 in. I still haven't fixed my sounds, by the way, Veruca. You failed at keeping me reminded. I still haven't fixed my sounds. Not Ruin 14. Thank you for the new Prime sub. Welcome in with that. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. But anyway, so there are some buildings that are much bigger. You have the bathhouse right here, which is slightly enormous. I forgot the exact size of this thing. Let's see. All right, so that's an even number. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 21. What's 7 times 3? 21. So the bathhouse is 21 by 12. 21 by 12. All right. Oh wait, no, it's on an angle. Crap. It's on an angle. I forgot. Hold on a second. Pause. It's not 21 by 12. I didn't think that sounded right. It's not. No. 2, 3. I used to know the size, and as soon as I said 21 by 12, I was like, wait a minute. All right, so 4, 5, 6. That's 18, 19, 20. So it's 20 by 9, 10. So 20 by 10. No, 20 by 11. Oh, 20 by 10. Math, apparently, is just not my thing today. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Yeah. Wow. I'm going to make sure I counted that right. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 20. Okay. 20, it's 11 by 20 on the bathhouse. The forum is... That's 5... Wait. Why can't I do this today? 15, 16, 17... 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 by 17. That's such a weird number. So So they're large. That's what I'm trying to get at. These buildings are big, and there are other ones in patrician tier that I can't show you, but I mean you can see them in streams. That's all. That's what I can say. You can see them in streams. The temple and the library, and they're also fairly large. I do know that the temple will fit. Not the temple. The library will fit within this within a 17 by 17. And the temple, I don't think will. So that's why the 10 by 10 won't really work, because some of these buildings are just really big and it kind of breaks it up too much, I think. So I went with a bigger square. But I don't like doing this. This is just ugly to me, having all the public service buildings crammed in the center and then the houses around it. As a beauty builder, this isn't doing it for me. You know, this just isn't getting me going right here. So I kind of want to play around inside the square and see what we can come up with here. Yes, somebody, I think there's a group of people actually working on a wiki. So yeah, a wiki is going to be coming out. So if I wanted to do a market and a tavern, or let's just not do, let's spread things out. Let's get all the public service buildings you need for the most part and kind of put them over here so we can look and see what we want. The things that I usually like to have in my layouts, or, you know, near my layouts, these 4 buildings: Sanctuary, Grammaticus, Market, and a Tavern. I do like to have a spinner, at least early on. You'll see that I've actually been moving spinners out. I've got one down here, and I've got one over here. I think that's it. Yeah, I don't have a spinner over here anymore. Just because, you know, at this point in the game, 81 knowledge and 81 income isn't a lot. I've got 3,700 knowledge, and I'm making 1,700 income. So the spinner over here, you know, it's kind of a drop in the bucket at this point. So I decided to move it out. At early game, you will want these, the spinner and even a Peleus filter in your layouts for early game income and knowledge and different things if you go with the spinner tech. But later on, not important. What got over here? There's only 2 ways to play Anno Beauty Building, and the right way. Anything, everywhere it fits. Hey, that's a lot of people, man, honestly. That's just a lot of people. What I like to do is I like to try to find good modular layouts and good layouts that can be easily tweaked without having it so rigid in what goes where. That way people who want to do more than just put stuff wherever they can find a space, but don't really have the, I guess creativity is the right word, to figure out where to put stuff reasonably, but not make it perfect. So I like to try to find layouts that kind of give a good balance of, this can be reasonably efficient, but still give you some flexibility. And then under patricians, the theater is one of those buildings that you're not going to have everywhere. You know, as you can see right here, it's got quite the range on it. If I put this one down, well, actually, okay, so this theater reaches all the way over here. And that's on a stone road. Marble roads, I think, will extend it a little bit further. Can I search marble roads? I can. You know what? Let's go ahead and... Oh, I've got to do a whole lot of research to get to that. Damn. Fine. I'll start queuing it up. All right, we'll queue that research up. We'll go ahead and let the game play. So like theaters, you're not going to have a lot of. You can fit those in as needed. Same with the baths and the forums. Not going to need a lot of them. Writing tablets are really good. The +1 knowledge from those kind of replaces the spinner in a way. You don't have any income on it, but it does give knowledge, and you need these for equities and patricians. So this is a good one to put into the city. So we're going to include that in our layouts. What is that? Hold on, sorry. Oh. There we go. Alright. And the other thing that I like to put in the city is a loom weavery, because it has the area of effects plus 2 income. So that's another good one that I want to incorporate into a layout somewhere. How do I have this game before launch? Like it says in the title of the stream, along with, you know, the other several hundred streamers right now. Glass blower, don't want that in the city. You could put a vintner in the layout if you wanted to. Again, as a beauty builder, I probably wouldn't put it into my main city layouts. I would put this in like a farming city layout or something, because I'd want it closer to my vineyards and stuff. That way I could, if I wanted to use an officium and put an item in there to boost the productivity, I could, and I could get some effect from that. So not going to include the vintner. I think that's everything I would want to include that I can show. Just for kicks, we're going to include a bakery in this layout. And sandals. A sandal maker is always a good, easy one to put in. Olive presses, again, are another one that are good because of the +1 health on buildings. But you're going to want those usually along with your olive, wherever your olive trees are at. And you're growing your olive trees. That way, if you wanted to use items on it, you could. And to boost, have the dual boost of both the olive trees and the olive press itself. Alright, so here's the buildings that I'm wanting to kind of incorporate into this layout right now. This is what I want to try to incorporate. And start seeing, you know, what can I fit into a square and keep it looking not like hot garbage. Now, again, just for anyone who is new to me, I mostly am a beauty builder, so, but I also try to do somewhat reasonable, you know, try to keep things somewhat efficient. So if having space gives you anxiety, you might want to look away. Because I might give you anxiety. Of course, this is a square, so no matter which way I go with it, it's going to do the same. Won't tell anybody if I built the Colosseum. They know. They know. They'll find out. Okay. So, if we do something like this... I'm not trying to fit everything in the square, by the way. I just thought about that. In case anybody's trying to figure it out. I'm not trying to fit everything in the square. I'm trying to see what I can fit in the square along with houses and make it look interesting, I guess is the right phrase. I want to make it look interesting, but not look like hot garbage. Not everything's filled with something useful. Better close my eyes. Actually, what does that mean? Actually, ornaments aren't bad. Look at my prestige. Look how much prestige I'm getting from ornaments, guys. I only have 2,900 prestige. Now, 300 of that is coming from an event. So I actually have 2,600 prestige. Look how much of that is coming just from ornaments. And now, as far as ornaments, trees. All these weird corners. All these, like, kind of corners where I can't really fit any buildings in. And it literally is, like, dead space on the edges of, like, maybe 1 or 2 tiles where you just can't get anything. Nothing's going to fit there. Like this house right here, it has 1 tile next to it. I can't fit anything into this 1 tile. That 1 tile would be dead I don't care how good of a min-maxer you are, that there are going to be dead tiles. So I took a lot of the dead tiles, plus others, just for, you know, the sake of me being who I am, and filled them with, like, trees and stuff. You know, for one thing, it made the coastline look really pretty with a bunch of trees up there. Put more trees around here. It's mostly just trees that I've dotted around. And I'm getting 613 prestige from ornaments. Ornaments aren't like Anno 1800, where in Anno 1800, you know, it took an absolute godly amount of ornaments just to get something from them, from attractiveness. I just got some trees, mostly right here. Mostly right there, a few up and down the road, a couple statues, you know, dotted around, and that's it. And I've got 613 prestige from that already. So, record builders and all of you, I don't build ornaments because that's just inefficient. You're gonna have dead tiles. You fill up those dead tiles that you're going to have no matter what with some trees, and you're going to get a bunch of prestige from it. And you need prestige, especially efficiency builders. You need prestige because you need 45,000 prestige to unlock everything for the villas and the officiums. So, guess what, record builders? You get to build ornaments. Suck it. Now you get to be like us scrubs that build that build with ornaments because we want to. Now you got to build with ornaments because you have to. Ah. The marketing for the game is so little. It depends on what country you're in. In Germany, the marketing is ridiculous. That's quite a long-winded speech to say ornaments are useful now. I have been wanting to... What's the right term I'm looking for? I've been wanting to just rub it in the face of record builders for so long. And I love record builders. I love you people. I really do. Please don't think I'm hating on you. I love you guys. But it's, you know, for years, it's like, why are you building that? It's just so inefficient to build ornaments and take up tiles with ornaments and stuff. Because they don't give you enough of anything, and they're just a waste of space. Not anymore. So, yes, that's okay. Hey, look at that. That's actually not terrible. Sanctuary. I've got the market and the loom weavery, some housing, the workshop over there. It's not bad. I could work with that. Interesting. Oh, let's see. But I want to muck up my perfect grids with ornaments and froofy stuff. You muck them up, Leah. You muck up your perfect grids with goofy stuff. This is the way. This is the way. Except streamer and the gaming magazines. I know, especially around Gamescom. When I was at Gamescom in Cologne, there was like giant billboards all over the place for Anno around town and everything. It was, and then that of course was at Gamescom and everything. But yeah, I mean, I know that they've done quite a bit of marketing about this. Oh, I don't know why I did that. That road doesn't need to be there. Huh. Okay. Now, what if I do something like this? Let's see. Let me... What is that planning mode? V? Okay. V is the toggle for planning mode. I just needed to get the... Huh. Some days things just line up perfectly, and I really don't ever mean for them to. Can we talk to the dev team about the island slopes for Anno 9? Are wells, watchtowers, and latrines also counting as ornaments? No, those are not ornaments. Those are service buildings. They refer to them as amenities. So yeah, they still just give +1 happiness, health, or fire safety. They do have a reasonable reach around them and everything. I think I've got one somewhere. Yeah, I put one right there. They've got an okay reach and everything, so they do help buff it up a little bit. I'm using a handful of items though. I went on a shopping spree, by the way. I'm addicted to the Hall of Fame. I sat last night and worked on achievements just so I can unlock stuff in the Hall of Fame. So I grabbed a fountain. I grabbed a lion. We bought this one on Sunday on stream. What did I buy last night? Okay, last night I bought the Eternal Fountain, which is really pretty. I bought this big old tree, which is really pretty. Grab this item right here. Markets in range provide an additional 1.5 income area of effect and reduces the upkeep cost of markets by 75%, which is a whatever. Markets don't cost anything, really. They're so cheap, it's insignificant. I did buy him. Again, you only ever get one of these, so you want to make sure you use him probably in your villa, and then have... I think the way I kind of looked at it is you end up with maybe at most 4 or 5 markets. 5 markets might be pushing it, depending on the range that you have them upgraded to and everything, and your roads. But 4 or 5 markets you could get this effect on and have them extend their effect out, of course, and cover as much housing as you can. So this right here is a really nice income boost. So I got that. Grabbed this blue color. That's all I've grabbed from Latium at the moment. Oh, of course, in the Villa of Syrah. And then in Albion, I grabbed... I don't think I grabbed anything different. No, I did. I came over here, and I grabbed... I'm not going to pronounce this. I grabbed this guy. I grabbed Ginger over here. I'm just going to call him Ginger. Residences provide an additional 25% belief and knowledge based on your city status level. So again, really, really good item, but you're only ever going to have one of these. So, use him wisely and use him in a good spot. So yeah, that's what I've gotten so far from the Hall of Fame. How about religious ornaments? Anything that's on the only thing that counts as ornaments is anything listed under ornaments. That's it. What you're probably talking about are the shrines. These are not ornaments. This is an area of effect building. So this one, like the Shrine of Minerva, gives me knowledge and prestige within the area of effect around it. That's all it provides. Ornaments are only listed under ornaments. GN Fighter, yes, they do still stack because it's a completely different building. So yeah, they do stack. Okay. Now, let's say I don't want so much stuff crammed into one. I want to break this up a little bit here. So I broke this up. Planning mode off, please. I don't really like the houses being like right on top of the market, because once you upgrade them to like equities and patricians, it just don't look right, because these things, the market stays with like a dirt floor on it, at least for the moment. There is a skin for this for the market. I wonder, what does the skin for the market look like real quick? It's under Latium. Is that it? No, that's the houses. So this right here turns some of the houses with a... I think it's only the building that shows in the picture, so your Liberté residences can have a blue roof tile. You do have to get all the way to tier 4, though. Alright, here it is. I can't tell what it's going... Just judging by what I'm looking at right here, I think it's also going to have a dirt texture underneath it. I think it's also going to have a dirt texture. It's really aggravating. I think it's going to look just like this, except the tint colors, the canvas colors are going to be changed. So, but yeah, some of the buildings just don't look really good next to the patrician homes. They just don't look good right next to it. I mean, you don't have to have a market, obviously. Once you kind of get into, really once you get past equities, or get to equities, you really could just take the market away. One income and one population isn't that crucial. So you could remove that if you wanted to. That's just one of the really cool things that I really enjoy so far about 117 is that optional needs system. All I really have to supply this Equitis with would be the theater. Let's see, because I need, 7. I only need 7. Oh, wait, that's food. I only need 7 under the public service category. So I could literally only give these guys a theater and an aqueduct, and that's it. I could take away the sanctuary, the grammaticus, the tavern, and the market if I wanted to. I wouldn't take away the sanctuary and the grammaticus anytime soon, especially the grammaticus, especially if you're researching stuff. I wouldn't take it out. The sanctuary you could take out eventually, especially once you unlock temples. But yeah, you could totally get away with only having these 2 things right here if you wanted to. So it's just, that's what's driving me crazy. It's because my brain is still thinking that I need to fit everything in here from all my people. And you don't have to fit everything in. You don't have to have everything. I think it's gonna be a hard one for people to get used to. If I'm being honest, I think it's gonna be a tricky one for people to get accustomed to the fact that you don't have to actually supply 100% of everything to your people, because it's screwing me up. I'm getting all kinds of screwed up trying to do this. Oh, I was like, wait a minute. You don't need it for the people, but want it for the building diversity. Yeah, that's very true as well. The building diversity would be really nice to have building diversity if you wanted it. So there's a lot of good options and everything. I'm still thinking the market, at least the market. The tavern I would keep.
I'm afraid the flame that never goes out has gone out.
I don't know why. I love it every time I hear that. I'm afraid the flame that never goes out has gone out. It's just, the way she says it just makes me giggle every time. Anyways, I would leave the tavern. I'm cool with the tavern. It's something about the market. don't know what. It's something but the market. And why does the tavern got to be sloping downhill? I think my wine is gonna roll off the table. No, wait a minute. Do this. You can do something like that. And I can squeeze in the sandal maker back there in the back. This gives me like a boulevard kind of thing. Or, you know, Romans weren't really known for their, you know, decorative tree-lined boulevards. You know, they just slapped down a bunch of roads. Usually very wide roads so the army could march through the town. So, that's ugly, but that's realistic. It's not pretty. Real life, that's something that always kind of cracked me up when I would hear people say, you know, oh, I like to build realistic looking cities and stuff. And then their cities are like 20 tile wide roads with tree-lined streets and fountains every 5 tiles and golden archways everywhere. I'm like, what city in the Industrial Revolution looked like that? None of them. Not a single one of them looked like that. That's not real. That's literal beauty building. Markets, squares, and fountains. Yeah, they did a lot of their big... They would have like just big open areas with markets, especially the forums and stuff. And like you could create one, kind of. Because the market is the right size. You could do like this kind of number. So like I could do this. 3 tiles may have been a little bit too much. I think 3 tiles was too much. Let's just shift everybody over by a tile. That'll work. Okay. Oh wait, I can't do it 2 tiles. Stupid. Stupid. Can't do 2 tiles because the stupid market's it needs 3 tiles or 1 tile. I've been foiled by tile counting. Probably better planned American cities rather than the small post-medieval European ones that have been replaced after World War. Yeah. 3 tiles felt too wide. 2 tiles won't work with the market, at least facing that direction. I could go that. I could go long ways. Okay, never mind. Crisis averted. I could just go long ways. So you can go like that. Go like that. Go like that. Do that. You can do that kind of number. I'm sitting here looking at it and trying to think. Because if I wanted to keep this, then I could take the 10 by the 17 by 17. What happened to... Oh, it's because I moved it all. Right here. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, that did something cool. Huh. Huh. I'll have these layouts worked out. And then I'll spam it everywhere. It's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out how I want to make it work so I can like just start laying it out real quick. Of course, there's going to be weird stuff like this, but these weird spots can get like... You can put a bakery in, like right there.
But never cruel.
You can move it down or up. Again, the bakery is another one that... It looks fine in the city early game, but I'd probably move it out later. If I was to upgrade to like patricians and stuff, I would probably move it out of the city. Is there anything else? I mean, there's other stuff too. Oh, there's space for like, you know, get... that's true too. I could put an officium in here. So you squeeze an officium right there, and then you've got some like... Looks like I can probably get like 4. If I moved it like up a little bit, I can get about 4. 4, 5, 4.5, 4 full squares, and then parts of other squares within the range of an officium, and that would be pretty nice for, you know, your like your main housing areas. You know, slot in a few items. I don't think I have anything good. I do have this one right here, actually. I did get the one that gives you 150% workforce from residents. Now, this is not 150% more people. This doesn't change the amount of people you get, I don't think. No. Yeah. So, it doesn't change the amount of people you get. I think I saw some people talking about this item. They're like, it's completely overpowered because it lets you boost your population. That's not how it works. It gives you more workforce from your residents within the range. Because the houses... I gotta play. The houses have a certain amount of population, and then the workforce comes from that. Holy shit! Okay, it's broken. Oh my god, it's still going. Okay, I take it back. It's broken as hell. And I love it. Cat, will you get off my shit? Go away. I can't see chat. Get off there. I forgot I wasn't hitting play. I forgot. I was like, it shouldn't be that bad. So, sorry, that cracked me up. So, I'm getting 9 population, but I'm getting 150% total workforce. If I go over here and take a look at this one, normally you get 5. Okay, this Libertas residence has... hold on, I might have an item on that one. No, I don't. Okay. So standard Libertas house with all 3 things, with everything supplied at 100%, gives 9 population. These are things that you should be writing down. Okay, so Liberté. Oh, wait, I am getting some from... Oh, I am getting some from area of effects. Any population? Yeah, okay, never mind, I'm sorry. I'm getting some from the bathhouse and forum. I need to find one that's, like, just got nothing. Here we go. There we go. Okay, 5. Normally you get 5 from needs, and that's it. A basic Libertas residence gets 5 people in it. I need to write this down somewhere so I don't forget. Because these are numbers I haven't really looked at yet. So you normally get 5. And of that 5, 50% of your population is your actual workforce. So it's not much. It's not much at all. 5, and then you get 3 actual workforce per home. It's very small. However, this over here, I'm getting 9, which is the 5, and then I've got 2 each. There we go. 2 each coming from the bath and the forum. So I've got 9 here, but I'm getting 11 workforce because of the item. Interesting how it works. Yeah, I know. I've got houses blown up everywhere. Wow, that is... That's obscene. Just these handful of houses. If I take that out. If I take it out, it goes down to 235. So I'm gaining, what is that, like 270? I'm gaining about 270 extra workforce from these handful of homes. I wish it would tell me how many houses are affected by it, but it won't. So yeah, that's what it's doing. That's pretty good though. That's still really good. That is still pretty good. But again, you only get one of these. So you have to decide, do I want to, am I going to use it in my villa? Am I going to use it just in a Officium somewhere and, either have it on my main island or have it on a secondary, like I could put it on a secondary island and just have a ton of Liberté for farms. It's a good item, but since you only get one, you really got to decide how you want to use it. Not bad though. 270 extra workforce. I mean, that's strong. That's definitely strong. But is it game breaking? I don't think so. I have seen people complaining that it's absolutely broken. It's a game breaking item. It destroys the game. It's not. And if you think it is, no one has a Gladius in your back forcing you to use it, so just don't use it. If you think it's broken, just ignore it. Yeah, it's not game breaking if you only get one. Now, if you could spam those things out, yeah, sure, that's broken. Yeah, I mean, if you could spam it out, that's a whole different story. But you can't spam these out. You only get one of them. So I'm like, that's balanced enough. How's the performance? My performance is really good, Rakus. I ran benchmarks earlier, and I'm averaging about 90 FPS. Snuffing Sedition. It's the same. I mean, it's not going to have any effect in my villa, because my villa has no Liberté or Liberté residences within range. And then the only difference is going to be if it, how many houses you have around it. That's pretty much it. Like this is a little island I threw together over here. If I surrounded this with Liberté and put it on there, that would make for a good Mars island. Ooh. Either Mars or Neptune. That's a really good item for military stuff. For your military-focused island for Mars or Neptune, if you want to focus on one of the two. You have to pick. You don't really need a lot of workforce for like farms and stuff. I've noticed you really don't. You don't need like 5,000 Liberté on your farming island. You don't. You're not going to need that much workforce. You're going to have a ton of extra workforce. But military takes a ton. Military stuff is very expensive. I think I have a barracks I've slapped down here. Here's a barracks. Oh, I can't see it just yet. But they all take 44. Everything takes at least 44 Liberté. Or these two do. These take 44 Liberté. I think the Legionaries is 44 plebeians. And then some Liberté, maybe. I think that's what it was. I need to unlock these to double check them. I might queue those up real quick because I do want to double check. All right, you and you. Let's queue those up. Oh, that's only 22 seconds. That's 3 minutes. Okay, I want to look at those real quick too. All right. What does this take? Also takes 44. Okay. I think the Legionaries takes plebeians. I'm almost positive it takes 44 plebeians and then some Liberté. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. triple speed this. Oh, I should probably turn all this off, by the way. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because they can't... There's no warehouse in range. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. There's no warehouse in range. But yeah, so if you took that item with 150% workforce for Liberté, where's that stupid thing at? And you put it on your Neptune or your Mars island, that would give you a significant boost of workforce that would go towards... All the bread has already been eaten? Oh, the bread you made. I was like, what bread? The bread you made. Yeah, that happens. Okay. Yeah. 44 plebeians and 6 liberté for the legionaries. Okay. Okay. But still, that would be really, really good. That would be good. That would be really good, actually. And then your ships and everything, they do also take liberté. Like if I wanted to just cap this thing out with some stuff, keep it with the oars. This trireme with 2 archers on it is going to take 55 liberté workforce. Okay. There's the good use for that item. The 150% workforce item is super, super strong for military-related stuff. But you really might want to have to you'll pick and choose. Because you're going to have a Mars island and a Neptune island, so you need to decide which one you want to use that item on. There's a good use for that item. I mean, it's not going to completely bankroll your entire... Cat, will you please get down, baby? I love you. It's a pumpkin, and she's running all over the place. She keeps running across the keyboard. I like that though. I like that. And again, completely optional. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to. There's no one is putting a knife to your back, making you use these items. Interesting. Trying to just see how I can fit some more stuff in and where I can put things. You know, can I squeeze in some other things that I might not normally use, like a spinner over here? Of course, you want a warehouse somewhere. That's always a given, because you're going to have a warehouse somewhere. Don't know where. Maybe right. Well, there's that right there. Let's see. Oh God, another request. What do you want? Oh, you bitch. Necklaces? Really? Sorry, I have to decline that. I don't care. You're fine. You're fine. I'm still just not super thrilled with the 17x17. I mean, I was able to get stuff to fit in nicely up there, you know, with no wasted space, but at the same time, you know, you're gonna have some somewhere. Put a little something down the middle. I mean, it does give you plenty of space for decorations, which, you know, I just said decorations are really, really good. So it does give you a little room. This messed me up right here. Well, no, actually, no, it didn't mess me up. Oh, it's just because I can't fit the right number of houses in. No, I should be able to fit 5. Have I not made this wide enough? No, it's 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh. Something ain't right. Oh, I've made this too small. Oh. That's it. I've made it too small. I was like, this ain't right. There we go. Come here. Got it. It's hard. It's so hard to do this and talk at the same time. Easily distracted. Or 5. Okay. Now it's right. Easily distracted, talking, not paying, you know, can't count and talk at the same time. There we go. That's not bad. I do want to go ahead and get a theater over here somewhere. The theater fits in nicely somewhere. Oh yeah, it actually would fit in somewhat okay right there. But instead, I think I'm going to just go right here with him. And then I want a cistern. Actually, let's see. Let's do the cistern this way. Put a cistern in, like, right over here? No, not right there. I can't do it right there. Could do it over there, or I can do him up here. You can't do it like this because it won't let you connect on top of that road. I would have to go, like, right here with it. And then work my way back up. Oh, come on now. It's not flowing uphill. You jerk. Fine. Just be that way. There we go. Okay. Still got a little bit of water left in it. Lovely. The aqueducts make it. The aqueducts make the city. Prove me wrong. Aqueducts make the city. They look so good. So good. Alright, 4 of those. I'm actually fine there now. Don't need any more of that. The spinner I'm just going to take out. I don't, you know, whatever. I don't really actually need him. There we go. I am making this really nice because the save will translate over into the full game. So I'll be able to just jump back into this save game in 3 weeks and just keep building and use it as a test bed. Let's see here. A couple houses right there. So I can go this way. Oh, the festival ended. I don't know what that was even about. I don't care. Yeah, I know. It's fine. You're fine. Where's my... Oh. Wait. Hold on. I have turned something off. Oh, shit. I turned it off and I forgot how to turn it back on. Controls. Control I. Yeah, it's Control I. So I just hit. Odd. My info layer won't come back. Huh. Strange. Is there like an option for it that I can just fix? Production chain icons, upgrade icons, but that's not what I'm wanting. Status icons. Status icons, notifications. There it comes. Okay, for some reason that got turned off. Don't know why. Upgrade all the things. You're actually perfectly fine. We'll just keep you turned off for right now. I don't really need those going. Can someone turn the clock forward a couple of days? Right. I agree with you, Sleepy Box. I completely agree. Completely. And I say that because, as I said earlier, I lose access to this I lose access tomorrow. So I won't have it, and I have to wait like everybody else, and it's not fair. I have to play and then not play. Get my toys taken away. I glitched that through because that normally should not happen. You normally cannot build a road straight through on an angle. At least I've never been able to. See, that's what it normally does. If you try to build through a straight road on an angled piece, it does that. Even if I tried to go at an angle with the road, it goes in between. Somehow I've glitched it through. And honestly, that's perfectly fine. Why can't I do that normally? Alright, people expect my decision. The Princess of Aegyptus. A princess of Aegyptus, a distant descendant of Ptolemy, will visit the city of Magontia Sum during her tour of the Empire. The Imperial Court has provided funds for use to host her feast. Invite potential suitors for marriage. So the emperor will hate that, and he only gives me 300 prestige. We can invite the wealthiest and most influential to get 500 prestige, and the emperor will love it. Or we can get happiness and prestige, and the emperor will love it. Or we send invitations by drawing random lots. Now I'm going to pay, wow, 80,000. Pay 80,000, but we do get 500 happiness and prestige for 4 hours. Yeah, let's do it. Do it. Does 117 no, you... Nope. So, I'll go over it real quick, because we've talked about this. This comes up all the time, honestly. No, there is no commuter peer. There is no workforce sharing. The reason is because you don't want... Don't want is the wrong phrase. I'm sorry. That's just not how it works in this game. You want population. Like, here's my farming island. This is my farmer's island. In Anno 1800, this would be nothing but farms. You have a commuter peer, your people on another island, and then, you know, this is only production. You don't want that because of religion. Ceres is your agricultural goddess. I have this island of Mimosa dedicated to her, and for every certain amount of devotion, you get a 10% productivity boost on all of these production chains, and it's the entire chain. So for like wine, it's grapes, honeycombs, the vintner, porridge, oats. It's the entire chain. It goes all the way up to 100% productivity at 20,000 devotion. To get that kind of devotion, you need houses. You need houses because that's the best way to, have as many buildings as possible. Squeeze all of that in, get sanctuaries on them, start supplying them with consumer goods that supply knowledge and belief, well, not knowledge, but belief and stuff, and start boosting your productivity up. You want cities on most of your islands. Exceptions to that rule, an island like this. This island is where I'm getting, it's called Sandarak. It's a kind of a late game raw material. And I'm also getting, somewhere around here, where I was getting, I think, where I was planning on getting, minerals and marble from this island. So this island right here is going to have minerals, marble, and Sandarak. Currently, there are no patron deities that buff those three things. And you start with 35 Liberté workforce in your trading post at all times. Doesn't matter if you have houses or not, you start with 35 workforce for free on every island. There are technologies to get an additional 25 Liberté at your trading post. And then you can research stuff. You can research to get an additional 50 plebeians at your governor's villa. And there's another tech way down the tree to get 50 equities workforce at your villa. So you can, from your trading post and then a villa, you get 50 free workforce. And that's quite a bit of extra workforce that you get. So it's a decent amount of free workforce for islands that don't really have a patron deity dedicated to them, and you don't want to, and you're probably not going to do anything else with them. I probably won't do much else with this island anytime soon. Maybe eventually I might put a bunch of houses on here and dedicate it to a god that I'm looking to do my global devotions to. So there's global devotions as well as local. So local is per island. So like Tabula Rasa is dedicated to Sirius, but there is no devotion, so there's no bonuses. Mimosa has 552. Well, if I went to Tabula Rasa, even though there's no population on the island, it's just making a handful of things for me. This is the island that's making the Sandarak. If I could go there, build a city, get 500 some odd devotion, just like on the other one, and then that's going to boost up Sirius past the 1,000 invocation effects. That's going to allow me to start building shrines of Sirius on my islands. You're limited on the number of shrines. It's all done through technologies and devotions. So there's only a limited number of shrines, and it's per island, it's shared between all gods. So if you can have 7 shrines, you could build 2 Minerva, 2 Sirius. If you had Neptunes unlocked, you could build 2 Neptunes, and then like 1 more, then like maybe 1 Mars. So it's shared between all shrines on the island. Shrines give various bonuses and a radius around them. Then there's better bonuses later. Cisterns grant additional belief for Neptune. Gladiators can be trained for Mars. Sirius has more field modules, but more productivity. Minerva has prestige for buildings near gates or towers. And then the final effects is Neptune gives 10% faster ships. Mars gives +1 offense and defense for all troops, which is nice. 300 storage, and then better diplomatic relations. Oh my Jesus. Skip back about 5 minutes. Just skip back 5 minutes. Skip back 5 minutes and watch until I tell you to skip back 5 minutes. So that's why workforce sharing and commuter peers aren't in the game. That's why they're not in the game, because that's just not how it works. And that's not it. Yeah, that's just not how it works. Yeah. Short answer, no. Why? Go back. It's just funny to me because it's literally, like I just said it, I get asked this constantly, so I'm always having to like stop and re-explain it. So yeah, it's just like, oh, okay, again. But it's the first time I've explained it today, but I tell people to go back about, I don't know, to the hour 15-minute mark. That's the thing, GN Fighter. People are going to be like, "Where's my commuter peer?" But as soon as they just get a clue on how it works, it makes perfect sense why it's not in the game. Yeah, it's complete. One as soon as you play it, and if you just have at least 2 brain cells, it makes perfect sense why there's no commuter peer, why that functionality doesn't exist. Also, I wasn't aware that the Romans took commuter boats to work every day in other parts of the empire. It made sense in the setting of 1800. Workforce, moving people around on boats between islands to work at different... It doesn't. That's just no. That's just not. That's just no. No. It's not a thing. Yeah, there's like no need for them whatsoever. And I mean, even if someone made a mod for it somehow, what's the point? Why? Why is it necessary? You are screwing yourself over if you try to have a production only island, especially like farms with no population on it. You're just screwing yourself over and losing out on a ton of productivity bonuses. That's literally all you're doing. You're hurting yourself by wanting commuter peers with the way the game works now. I mean, and that's just the end of the story for me. You're hurting yourself by trying to use commuter peers in this game. Or by thinking that you need commuter peers, I think is the right terminology I should use. By thinking you're going to need them and not want to know where they're at, you're hurting yourself on how the game functions. No, I can't talk about any of that. I didn't even mean to click on that. I can't show off or talk about anything related to Tier 4. Energy sharing. Don't sass me. Don't sass me right now. All I've had to eat today is a croissant wedge and a pack of Pop-Tarts. Don't sass me. I'm getting angry. And I'm only streaming for about another hour or so, and then I've got to go. I'm going to keep playing around with this. I mean, I think I can make it work and make it kind of pretty. It's not my favorite still, but I think I can make it work. Alternatively, let's just take a quick look at Tolutis' stuff. Oh yeah, you can see them. I mean, look at her. Come here. Hold on. Come here, girl. This is not my cup of tea at all. Like, this does nothing for me. But that's just hilarious right there. I mean, just a little bit of a side. Does nothing for me whatsoever. It's just so funny. I mean, she's a hefty woman. Fun story, actually, and I can't believe I'm about to tell the internet this. Fun story, though. When I was like 19, I was like 19. I dropped out of college, didn't want to do college. And I went to work at a retail store. A local retail store here in my hometown. I went to work there. And the only position that they had available was in the women's lingerie and nightwear department. Yep. I guess where Taka worked for 2.5 years. I sorted bras. Yeah, it was always an interesting time. Hey, Linnea. Thanks for hanging out and everything. Go enjoy something to eat. I know that's I'm streaming for 1 more hour and then I'm going to go get food myself because I'm starting to get really hungry. Oh, I thought you were saying you got to go eat. Yeah, I mean, I got to eat. I got to have money, you know, and I mean, it was fine. It was just, I live in well, it's not a small town anymore. You know, it's a pretty good-sized city. But when I was growing up, it was a very small town. And just seeing all the, especially on Sundays, Sundays were the worst day to work. I'd be at work, sorting bras, panties, women's lingerie, and everything. And like, it's the little old ladies coming in after church and all dressed up in their church clothes, coming in, going back there to, you know, discreetly buy a new bra. A lot of women wear bras. Not all women, obviously, but, you know, and if you, whatever. Women wear bras. And, you know, they back there like trying to like, oh, I have to have a new bra. And making sure no one saw them after church buying a bra. Like it was like God was going to, oh, you bought a bra on a Sunday? No, that's a check. It was silly. But then they would come back there and there's me. Now back then I looked a lot different. I didn't have a beard. I had like spiky blonde hair. I was a twink, okay? I was a twink as a kid. I was a 19-year-old twink. I really was. And they would just be like, young man, what are you doing? I'm like, I work here. I'm the department manager. I work here. They're like, but you're a man. And you need to go down a cup because that thing is loose on you and you probably need a little bit of under support. And they would just look at me like I'd lost my mind. It was the best thing. It was just great. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I always laugh so hard. They just were just like flabbergasted that a young man was back there sorting the bras. Anyways, it looks like a bathhouse would fit, you know, somewhat. You could get a bathhouse in between two of these. Take out a couple of roads, cram it down in there. You could fit some stuff in there. No beard, spiky blonde hair. Now I'm imagining Taka's face photoshopped on Super Cyan. Well, you know, close. Very close. You should have seen me for when I was getting ready to graduate high school. You know, graduate high school, go to college. I had, you know, senior pictures the next day, and I decided that was going to be just the perfect time to color my hair before the big pictures. Before the big picture day, I wanted to make sure my hair was good and colored, and I don't know what I did, but my hair turned orange. So my senior pictures that my parents paid a lot of money for, because, you know, it's silly how much they charge just to go click, thanks, $500. And I had orange hair. We can't tell, you're not allowed to show off the tier 4 buildings. Everybody knows what the buildings are. We've seen them in streams. They've talked about them in streams. We've seen them in trailers and screenshots. I can't build anything. So that's my restriction. I can't build anything from it. Yesterday, we did kind of take a look at some of their needs and everything. On the other stream from yesterday, we did talk about their needs and stuff and looked at that on the houses. But as far as like actually building the buildings and advancing through tier 4, I cannot do that. That's the no-no. Can't do that. That is where they draw the line. Anaholics, what in the world did you post that just made it very mad? I don't have actual Stream Manager up, so I can't see what you did. I just have OBS chat up. So I have no idea what you have posted that pissed it off so bad. But you pissed it off. Go over here with it. Now this is... Alright. This is my one gripe right here. There's no ground texture under it. It automatically removed it. Yeah, it automatically removed it, so I have no idea what he posted. I'd have to go pull up Stream Elements later and see what the auto mod... Auto mod took it out immediately, so I have no idea. But yeah. Oh, that's right. It has to be connected to it has to be connected by a road. Crap, I forgot. So it actually has to be down here. I don't like that. Not play knuckle bounce. Okay. With some influential American, I thought it would fit nicely. Yeah. Here's... Okay, this is my... I do have a little gripe. None of the shrines have a ground texture plate underneath them. I think it's supposed to have one, and it's just not showing up. And so they all are grass, and it hurts. It hurts a lot, and I can't draw one under there like you can with ornaments. I can't draw one underneath it. So your shrines do that, and then I start having internal convulsions because I want it to not do that. And they have to be connected to a road, so I do have to do that. But yeah, the pain. It's painful. Oh, there's the the large lithophyte tree. I haven't placed that yet. How does this look? What does it say? A sizable tree that wants to live as a statue. It is a sizable tree. It's a really pretty tree too. It's very curly and wavy. See, it's got a ground plate. She don't have a ground plate. Oh, it's a kitty cat. Look at the kitty cats and the dogs. There's another kitty cat. Oh, I love kitty cats. Okay, sorry, getting heavily distracted. That number. Anyway, that's simple enough. Doesn't take much. I am curious. Actually, where am I at right now? 673. One more. 2.
Sorry, we got to go.
3.
Master's business.
Any of those? Okay. Interesting. These don't count. Huh. Alright, the ground patterns don't count towards ornaments. Oh, wow. Is it 3 each? Oh, that's 2. Okay, so it's, there's a formula. Okay, there's a formula that it's using to calculate prestige based on ornaments, because it's not a flat number. So there's a formula somewhere in the game files that's using for ornaments. Okay, I need to look. I want to see what that formula is and how it's It's probably calculated based on population on the island, just like Anno 1800 did. Hey, Ordern, how's it going, man? Yeah, it's probably calculating it like Anno 1800 did, based on the number of tiles taken up with ornaments and the population on the island. Okay, it's good for me to know. Always good to know how things work. I'll throw this down even though I don't need it. I don't need that fire station at all. I'm at 1500 fire safety. And I have nothing coming from any special events. I literally just have 1500 fire safety. I have 1200 fire safety. I'm good. The only thing low is my island health. I mean, low. But it's perfectly fine. Sweet. I like that. I like it when things work out like that. I'm going to take that Officium out, actually. So I'm going to do something different right there. Okay. It's up. Oh, wait. I need to stop choking is what I need. Oh, okay. There we go. New festival can be hosted on Mimosa. A Hilaria Festival of Joy. 5K, give me some income and prestige. And a new item, a Watchman. Ooh, what do we get? Watchman, custodies in range, plus 1 available patrol. Not... Nah, okay. Not what something I would call amazing. Remember, no having fun with a new game. Never. Not allowed to have fun. I'm not allowed to have fun when I play a video game. Okay, we're waiting. Okay, I'm going to pause this real quick because I want to finish laying some of this out, and then I want to kind of circle back and take a look and see how I want to do things. Oh, you need to go. Tavern isn't going to fit nicely right there. I can put him right here, though. That's fine. We're gonna try to tweak around to Ludus's layout a little bit and see what I can do with it. Only rage paint. It's not. Let's not. I know what you're talking about. Let's just not even go there. Okay, so this is essentially Ludus's layout right here. It is very, very Roman. Definitely. It's definitely very Roman. You know, straight lines, grids. It doesn't have to be a perfect grid. The Romans didn't build like Chicago kind of grids, but they did build, you know, mostly on their east-west axis and then around that. Actually, it might be an interesting way to try, you know, build the, I can't remember the names of it, but the east, it went north, south, east, west on the roads, which is actually annoying because north, south on the maps is on a 45. North-south on all of the maps is a 45. And that's aggravating. 45s take up a little more space for a lot of things. It's not as easy to build. But I guess I can try that over here. I have space over here to do some true Roman city planning. Stop! I don't want to click on that. Stop! I don't want to click on that. I mean, people have seen it. It doesn't really matter, but, you know, just for the sake of... They asked me not to. Okay, let's triple speed this and get it going. Guess that's why the devs introduced the diagonals? They introduced the diagonals because they finally had a way of making it work, and so many people have been asking for it for so long. So, I totally understand why they added it, and I think it works really well. Wait. Let's go that way with it. Do that for a moment. Just for a moment here. Now, right there could fit another sandal maker, actually. Could fit another sandal maker right there. Well, I'm curious. 73 buildings right here. There's 83 buildings. Of course, this isn't all completely filled in, but let's just move him up there. Yeah, we'll put him right there. All right. Look, Cardo and Decumanus. Yeah, yep. That's right. If you switch houses and other variants, is it just another skin or is it a different building? Are you talking about like so you can shift V? Oh, mine's gonna keep turning green. You can shift V to like change the appearances, just like in Anno 1800, if you're familiar with that. So you can shift V to change them around and everything. If you have skins for them. So I don't have any skins for these houses in particular. If I did, you use the cosmetic tool and click on it, and then you would be able to scroll back and forth between the different appearances. I think I have one I can actually show. Let me save this real quick. Let's I could show you that real fast, actually, because some people might be interested in that. All these starts that I've done. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah. Let me load this up real quick. Because I have some skins for the Albion houses. Pumpkin, what are you doing? Cats. Okay. Oh wait, no. Did I not go to it in this one? Oh no, this is the other save that we did. That's the campaign. Huh. That's the campaign. That's those. Strange. I don't know where it went. I have one. I had one where we went to Albion, but I can't find it now. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, it's really easy. Cosmetic tool. You can change the skins if you have skins for them. There's no different skins by default. There's some you can unlock in the Hall of Fame, and then I'm sure they're going to put out cosmetic packs. They know people love cosmetics. So I'm sure they will have plenty of other stuff for those of us who want more stuff to build with, or more skins and more things to liven up the cities with. My only thing with this layout is it does get very repetitive with the 2x3s everywhere. That's I think my only major issue with it is it does get repetitive looking with all the 2x3s. So like I would intersperse it with, you know, some other stuff. Other buildings. I love that the warehouse is the exact same size as 4x4 houses. I love that. It makes fitting it in so nice. Are we working on marble roads still? Okay. Yeah, because I wanted to check and see if marble roads extend the radius of stuff. So I'm going to start shifting stuff over here and playing on this side. We've got our Grammaticus that's reaching quite a good ways, actually. Road down here and down there. Go ahead and get a market in. Right there. and a tavern next to it. There's just something about having a tavern and market next to each other. I don't know what it is. Every Anno game, I always have a market and a tavern right next to each other. It's just a thing you do. When I see people build and they don't have a market and a tavern, like, usually next to each other, I don't know. It just seems weird. Like, even this is weird to me, just having the market in the middle. I mean, the tavern is right across the street, so it's close. But, like, if you got, like, a market over here and your tavern way over here, I'm like, what kind of psycho are you? Do you think buying the Year 1 edition is worth it, or should I wait for the separate DLCs to release? I am the last person to ask about that because I bought the Governor's Edition. I spent $200. So, I'm the last person to ask about that. But honestly, that's going to really be up to you. You know, if watching my gameplay or any other streamer's gameplay or anything on YouTube, any gameplay you see, if it excites you enough that you can see yourself playing this game for a long time, the Year 1 pass is going to be the better deal, monetarily, because it's going to be cheaper to buy the pass and the entire game and pack together than it will be to buy the individual DLCs. So if money is a concern, and you are just like, you know what, I'm going to buy the DLCs for this game no matter what, just go ahead and get the Year 1 pass. 200. It's like one. The Governor's Edition in America is like 150, 160 plus tax. It wasn't exactly 200. It might have been like 170 or something. I think it's only. No, you can get it for PS5. I think, yeah, you can get it for PS5 too. I got mine on Amazon, and I'm pretty sure I saw an option on there for, and it asked, are you getting this on PC or PlayStation? Pretty sure I saw that. Okay. Oh, that's right. This is off. This stupid sanctuary is like one tile longer than all of this. Stress. Okay, I'll just deal with that later. All right. I want to move him. I want to move him like down here. Let him cover more. God, it's got such a range on it. It's way down here, and it reaches all the way up there. Okay. See? It just looks better. This is looking better, even though I'm probably going to tweak this around. This is looking better, to me at least, than this. Yes, I could have separated the squares out, like some extra tiles in between, or some like trees and stuff in between to separate the squares out. But it's so chaotic with just like, one individual house or just a line of houses right there, just kind of by themselves. Roman, this stuff just looks better. It just looks better like this. Maybe not so uniform. I can fix it. So this over here is done with 17 by 17s. There's like 5 17 by 17s right here in this. No, not destroy. So this. That's a 17 by 17 in that square. They're slightly modified, obviously, because of angles and river and stuff. To me, this doesn't look good. To me, this doesn't look good. It's too chaotic. It's too messy looking. I don't like all the single lines of houses and everything. I could probably spruce this up a lot, though. You know, take out houses, put in statues and different parks in between, and open it up more if I wanted to. I could probably do that. But then I can come over here as well and do some stuff with this to make it look not so uniform. And clean this up some. So like I take a big old section of this right here out. Like say right there. Well, I've got a statue right there already. Trying to think real quick. Use some ornaments. We can make like a little mini for him. So if I wanted this all to be flagstone. Get some potted trees. There we go, these. That's what I wanted. Get some potted trees in there. Of course, we don't have a ton of ornaments yet. I fully expect a lot more ornaments to come along later. Like, see how this won't center up, obviously? Put that thing on a 45. And now it centers up. Now I can put it like that. Have a couple of braziers in the middle. Thank you, Annoholics, for the cheer. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, you know, I can take stuff out, put in some like, and just try to break up the monotony of it. Take out houses here and there to change it up and everything. But there's something about having it slightly more uniform that looks more Roman to me. Having it slightly more uniform is a little more Roman. If I came over here and wanted to change things up, I could take out these. I'd just start blowing stuff up. Start taking those houses out. Let's see. Well, we got some stuff here. I could come over here, take that out. We can move the sandal maker down here out of the way. Take our statue that's kind of crammed in a corner and get her a little more centralized here. So yeah, I mean, you can make it, I feel like this takes a lot more fiddling because there's so much to do within the square and trying to make it not look like it's completely uniform. Where's a corner? Try to make them match up a little bit. So I've got this thing turned to where it's like a corner piece right here. So then these corner into it. There's a back alley. But yeah, I could do that over here too, of course. Take out a house. I can't make up my mind. Oh, wait, that's right. It's got to be. I'd have to redo all of this, not a 3x3. Yeah, I'd have to. I still just can't decide how I would want to handle all of this. Because, like, this I can't stand. This is too much. This is just too much crammed right in the middle. I just do not like that. I'd have to spread this kind of stuff out. Oh, God, yeah. Research takes a long time. Like, if I go down here and look at, let's say... Well, it's not going to tell me on these because I don't have them unlocked. Like, this right here says 57 minutes. That's 57 minutes just for that technology. To get to it, I need to go through this one, which takes 27 minutes, and this one, which is going to take me 16 minutes. Point to be said here. I've got 6,500 research per minute, but I'm also running at double research speed, just for the sake of time. So research speed is at very fast. If I put this to normal, confirm. Well, you see my research now jumped down from like, what was it, like 10 minutes to 36. And then these same technologies now, this one now takes 2 hours to research. And that's with 6,500 research. That's going to still take 2 hours. And this one's going to take an hour. This one takes a half hour. So it takes a while, you know, especially if you don't have a lot of knowledge. If you haven't been keeping up with your knowledge and maintaining that, then research is going to take a long time. Even if you double research speed, it's going to take a while. Because all that setting does is decrease the amount of knowledge required to research this. It doesn't modify how much research you get per minute. It just modifies how much research is required to unlock that technology. Pause. I absolutely love having an active pause, by the way. Probably one of my favorite things that they have added is the active pause. It is so useful. Stop that. I want that gone. I want that back in. And I want a ground texture under that, for fuck's sake. Oh, it's going to drive me nuts. Do that number. Here with it. Pause. Yeah, I mean it's active pause. The game is paused, but you can build. You can build stuff, you can give commands to your troops, to your ships, you can do all that. But everything is paused. There's no research happening, no money coming in, no trades happening, nothing. All you can do is build and give orders. That's all. Oh, and you can you can re-roll at the traders and stuff like that. So active pause, I use it all the time. I pretty much stay paused, and then I only unpause when I'm like, okay, now I'm ready to see what's about to happen. Then I'll unpause it. See, I don't like the houses right on top of that. I can't do that. The houses right on top of the sanctuary is giving me slight anxiety. So I can't do it. Instead, we're going to have to do this. That's fine. I can just go more. The roads also automatically square themselves off on the corners when it's touching a building, because it was curved a minute ago. And it will stay like that too, by the way. It may go ahead and... it's going to go ahead and do it because there's a building there. But a lot of times this right here will curve. But if there's a building, it will not curve. So it's smart. It will do things intelligently. Which I really appreciate. It has some semblance of intelligence. This is looking a little bit better already. Still not my favorite, but it looks better than it did. Just can't really fit anything else right there. Right here, I can't really do anything. AI roads. Yeah. Let's not talk about the AI and the things. I don't have AI in the game, obviously, but yeah, they do build some weird stuff. I mean, I guess these people need somewhere to go to the bathroom right here. You know, you get a long day of worshiping, you get done, you need to come out and go potty. Wow, that thing's got some range. Oh, that's the shrine. I was like, God, that latrine has some range on it. Well, the latrine does have some range on it. Wow. Nice. How many buildings is that covering? It's covering 100. That's 103 extra health right there from that building. From that latrine. Yep. Long day at the shrine, worshiping. You get done, go in here, And you grab... Wait, is that what I think it is? Oh my god, they actually have them. They did it! They did it! Who knows what that is in the barrel? Who knows what that is in the barrel? Please, somebody tell me, do you know what that is? Oh, he was waiting his turn, I think.
Sacrifice. An ox of clay.
I hope someone knows what that is and not just me. Smell your neighbor while praying? I heard Rome in ancient days probably smelled awful, to be honest. I've always heard that, you know, according to stories, the city of Rome, like, during the Roman Empire times, did smell pretty bad. I mean, even though they had sewers and stuff, yeah. Ancient toilet paper? Yes, but do you know what they used for toilet paper? Legitimate sponges. Like, from the sea. They would get sponges from the ocean or from the Mediterranean and put them on sticks. That's what they used as toilet paper. And they didn't throw them away. They were communal. When it was done, it got washed off and put in a water bucket for the next person to wipe with. It's just... No. No. I can't. It's just I just got heebie-jeebies just all over me thinking about a communal butt sponge. I would love to have lived in ancient Rome, but my God, I don't know if I could survive. The moment someone handed me the communal butt sponge, I would just look at them like they had lost their entire mind. See, I can put an officium here because I'm probably going to move the villa. And then I can put an officium right here. And this already looks way better than what it did a minute ago. Hygiene was invented. I know. Some people are like, I want to live in the medieval ages, in the lands of knights and chivalry. I'm like, no, you don't. My God, you do not want to live in the medieval era. It has been so heavily romanticized by modern media. The medieval world sucked. You don't wanna. And actually, this is it's a little off, but still not bad. I can make it work. You always see the cool stuff, not the nasty stuff, and the smell, right? First to use them and never the second, right? Oh, a brand new sponge. Good. I could not be constipated today. God. Oh, I could put a tabulus here too. Oh, actually, I've got one right here. Look at that. So, I've got me a little square in the middle of my squares, and it's got some public service buildings. It's got a latrine. It's got my loom weavery giving me some money. The tabulus. It's got my theater. And that doesn't look too bad. I need to work on the rest of it. The rest of it is a nightmare. Can you imagine? You know, one of the worst things I've actually always heard, battlefields. I've always heard that battlefields in the, you know, ancient battlefields smelled awful. Just they were bad. I've always heard that ancient battlefields were absolutely atrocious. Oh, hey, I can go across that, but not right there where I want it to go across, of course. 4D cinemas? Ugh. I mean, I know there are. I've been to a 4D cinema before in the past, but God, no. The blood... Yeah, exactly. That's what it is, Linnea. I can't show Tier 4 stuff. I'm sorry. Can't show off Tier 4 stuff. We're not allowed to. That is part of the NDA. Not allowed to. We won't tell Ubisoft. No. Trying to get me in trouble. Never. I shan't I shan't do it. I've wanted to use that word for a while. This isn't too bad. Still not my favorite layout. I could probably do a whole lot better with it. But, you know, it works for the... It works, I guess. Still not sold on it, to be honest with you. What are you doing over here? Did I take the... Oh, I took the Grammaticus out, and I forgot to put the Grammaticus back. Shit. Shit. Forgot. I forgot something. Crap. Okay. Here, let's just... Bye-bye. Sorry, people. Took my Grammaticus out. I was like, where'd that Grammaticus come from? Oh, right. I did that. Okay, that's a little bit better. The Grammaticus reminds me of somebody, now that I look at it. The Grammaticus reminds me of a very particular character in the game. I'm just saying. It does. Speaking of battles, have you tried the new land battles? I haven't, to be honest. I'm sure they'll be fun. It's like low priority of things I care about. I'm just not that big of a war games kind of person. I'll do them at some point, sure, and I bet I'll have a lot of fun with it. Yeah, just hadn't done it. Never was like just the biggest fan of like combat and everything. I like to build my cities. I like to tweak and mess around and screw around with, you know, making everything look really pretty. The Grammaticus brought to you by the patrician class. Accurate. Very accurate. Very, very accurate. Guys, I think I'm going to have to call it a day right here. It's getting about 4:30. I've got a couple of things I've got to do, and then I've got to have dinner. I'm going out of town tomorrow, so I've got to pack and get a bunch of stuff ready to go out to leave out in the morning. So I think I'm going to have to go ahead and leave you guys for the day. It's short stream. Sorry, I was hoping to stream for a lot longer today, but it's just been a crazy day. The streams will be on YouTube by Sunday. The one from yesterday should be up by tomorrow or Friday, something like that. I just got to sit down and edit it real quick and, you know, take out some of the extraneous stuff that it doesn't need to be in there. But this is the last Anno 117 content until release. So, well, at least the last gameplay. I do have some other videos I want to try to do right before release. But other than that, the last gameplay that you're going to see from me until release. So with that, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you've enjoyed this preview period. Big thanks to Ubisoft for giving me access to this so I could play it, check it out, and do a few things. I plan on playing this game for quite a while. And yes, we're going to build some massive cities. We're going to cover up the entire islands. I may even just pick back up with this save right here and just keep going and just see how it goes. And just keep building on it. Because I'm rather enjoying it. Plus the ability to modify all of my settings, basically. I can modify all the settings, add in the AI. God, is there even a reason to restart anymore? Is there even a reason to restart anymore? Other than I have consumption at low. I have consumption set to low, and you can't modify that. Other than that, you can change everything. One save file for all time, unless something game breaking and you have to restart. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed. I look forward to seeing you later on, chatting with you on Discord and YouTube, and I'll stream again. Obviously not this, but I'll be streaming again at some point. We'll hang out and everything. If you want to come hang out, watch me play, whatever. See you guys later on. Take care. Have a great rest of the day. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.